grab something to drink. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to be going live here in just a second. We're getting through the ads. We got Thor Rafferty, Max Farrow. I'm not sure if Chris is going to be here. I think he had something that he had to do or what have you. But I'm Max Farrow. This is DexFXMarkets.com. Today is the 26th of June, 2020. Approaching quickly to the end of June, to the fiscal year. And let me tell you, folks, it's been a wild ride. I think Thor can agree with that, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Very, very exciting, though. A lot of great stuff happening.
Right.
So in a good way.
Lots of great stuff. Now, some of the great stuff that we've been talking about is something that is on our front page of our website. And, we've had some trials and tribulations, man. Every time we seem to want to get ahead and get into something, that happens with everybody, right? Because the more you focus on something, the more attention's brought to it, right? The more you get something right, the more attention is brought to it. When we turned our bots or our system on to have free for the Dex Atomic, a lot of attention was drawn to it. We had a lot of people write us and talk to us about the process. And, we use exclusively Nadex as our brokerage system, our exchange. Because Nadex is an exchange, they're not supposed to have a bias, right? Like if you get into the trade, it doesn't matter if you're on the winning side or the losing side. All they're supposed to care about is the $1 fee, right? Is that about right, Thor? Did I beg that, right?
That's my experience. I've never seen anything on their part that would be inappropriate.
I've seen some things that you could question as being inappropriate, like what's the process with the indicative price if you didn't know it very well, if you didn't know what the indicative was, if you didn't know, how the process worked between market makers, what we refer to as market makers. Am I just trading against traders or am I trading against big corporations? And the answer is yes, you are trading against other traders as well as market makers, people that could fulfill and liquefy. When Nadex first started, they didn't really have the liquidity to handle 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, traders coming in with, $100 in their hand, and especially if you had a big corporation that was trading or using Nadex. I don't know how many commercial traders are using Nadex. I think we're all retail traders on Nadex, but in most cases, you start to ask yourself, do they have an opinion or a bias? Is there a conflict of interest with Nadex? I've speculated a few things, but I've never been able to get enough proof on it to really nail it down to where, you can look at any broker and immediately tell as soon as the spread starts to change that they're very biased, in Forex. When you start losing, your account starts dripping money out like, you're walking around like you think it's a bucket, but it's a sieve, right? So I think where we get into a little bit of controversy is just the coincidences of releases, right? Last year, we started to develop a bot called the ZDON. And the ZDON, most of you know, attaches to the Nadex platform. Not illegally. It doesn't hack anything. What it does is it uses their customer API process, which is open. Because we give you the software. It's your software, it's your signals, it's your process, and you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to utilize, by their terms and conditions, to be able to log in and use your password. We don't retain your password. We don't hold any of that nonsense. We don't do any of that. And I'm going down this tangent for a reason. So please bear with me. We will get to the weekly update, but this is part of it. The solution for the ZDON attaches through your login details. Now, we've kept that very open. We haven't kept it to the vest. We haven't kept it quiet, and no problems whatsoever. As soon as we released the ZDON last year, Nadex came out with they wanted to do a new platform themselves. Now, maybe some of you have looked at it. Now, their old platform we could easily connect to. Their new platform, we could not. I mean, it was that simple. We hadn't done it yet, and we had had some ideas and some things in the background that we thought that would work. And we are fighting that at this moment. We are at this moment trying to find ways to connect to the new system, because what we had, which I was reluctant to go into at the time, is that the new system that they were using before is a little bit different than the one they're going to be releasing here and forcing everybody to use in November. It's totally exclusive in November that they're going to start utilizing their new system. But for now, they're going to just, every time that you log in, that's going to be the default system. So we have to, then that one that they're using now, that they're going to turn into the default, is wildly different for logins than the one that they've been making us use for the longest time, where we had a leg up. This is what I thought they were going to do. So in those kind of cases, it's very strategic. It might just be coincidental, but it's very strategic. The reason I'm telling you this is for all you ZDON users. I do apologize, but ZDON may be broken at that point. I'm going to ask you to be very careful on how logging in. If there's a default that you can set for which system you're going to use, it should still work. But we're going to have to band together here Monday and Tuesday, I think, because they're going to do it on June 30th. Just so, isn't that coincidental? I wonder what date that has to do with anything. That we're going completely exclusive on June 30th, which we've been announcing for weeks now. I wonder why they're doing that. So I don't know. I sound a little condescending because I am. This is ridiculous. Exclusive network, June 30th. I'm going to extend this. We're going to extend this out. My partners and I haven't really had a chance to discuss it. There's first probably Thor's hearing about it. Probably going to extend this out to June 7th. I'm going to extend this out because I feel that the response we haven't pushed the responses we wanted to, and I was worried about getting too many people to come in with this new system that we have, this new program that we have, and working the ATM product manually. Listen, I'm going to tell you this straightforward. I'm going to show you numbers today that show you that the ZDON works with the ATM pricing strategy on the 1 hour trades on our 1 hour TNT signals. I'm going to show you how it works right now. I'm going to show you it working, and that will set the tone for all of you. It'll set the tone for all of you, because if they break it on June 30th, you know me, I'm going to work and go dark until it is working again on a new system for them, because I will not be restricted on that process. And that's how we're going to play this out for the ZDON. But in the meantime, I'm also going to show you how it works manually and how you can trade a very, very, very good living on manual trades. Thor, do you got your trades for the week?
I do.
Into a spreadsheet? Okay, good. I'll let.
If you want to screen share later, we
yeah,
can do it that way.
Yeah, I'll have you screen share your stuff and you can show us what you're going to do. I know you're going to put a video out too, but I really want to show them like a weekly update of what you've done. Now, Thor's using the ITM strategy, correct. Right? Am I correct? You're using the ITM strategy?
The traditional over-under ITM strategy, the one that's free.
Right. I like how you threw that in there. The one that's free, numb nuts. Not paying anything for it.
and it will be going to $47 a month. And you can't make $47 a day easily.
Right. Then you got a problem.
You got a problem.
Yeah, you shouldn't be trading.
We'll talk about it.
You shouldn't be trading. You should not be trading. If you listen, this all comes down to time and money. Let's stop thinking around here. You know, this isn't rocket science. We've committed to one thing, you know, taking the complicated and making it simple. And we've done that. We've made it very simple. We've made it so simple that most charts have more moving parts than our strategy. And it's a naked chart, right? The only thing less than our strategy that I've seen out there is a naked chart strategy, to where you just throw a bunch of lines on the chart, you know, of your own free will. And I'll even show you that. I mean, I've shown that in the past. It's pretty funny. I should make a video of it, you know, how to trade one level above a naked chart. But, you know, that's not what my business is here today.
They call that 5-minute binary.
Right, the coin flip.
You
The
might
only
as
thing
well
the
guess.
only thing simpler than ours is called the clock on the wall theory. You know, go to 3 o'clock, trade the one, trade a buy. All right, so here's what we got. This week has been pretty kick-ass because it is the first couple of weeks that I was trading the ATM process. Now, let me grab my pen, and I want to show you, for those that are watching this, you're not really sure, you know, what the hell is this ATM thing. You know, if you don't know by now, you're having a problem. You're not connected correctly to our system.
You
But
want
I
to
want
jump
to,
over to your whiteboard?
yeah, I'm going to right now.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, so a true ATM system, and of course, my drawing pad is not plugged into the old computer. That would kind of help my solution here. Come on now, Maxo. There we go. Okay, so as most of us get into a system, we look at what we call risk to reward, right? And risk to reward is that you're usually risking one to make one, and this is called a risk to reward 1-to-1 ratio. In our world of Nadex, there's an equality of $100 in a trade, but sometimes if you're buying into a trade and you're risking what we refer to, there's three values, right? There's ATM, at the money, in the money, ITM, and OTM, out of the money, right? Which means that out of the statement, the price is either above or below whatever level you're going with, right? So if you're saying that the indicative is going to be below a particular number and it's above it, that means that it's out of the money, right? So we kind of have the basic structure of what a trade is on Nadex at this point. The risk to reward ratio at most times for a in the money, a good strategy is that you're risking about $25. Or I'm sorry, opposite way. You're risking about $75 to make about $25. And this is where you're kind of sitting at, right, Thor?
Yeah.
When you're doing ITMs?
Yeah.
You're risking about 75, but the success ratio is usually what, 80, 90%?
Correct.
As long as you're above 75%, you could break even, make money, you know? So if you're about 80, 90%, let's just say you're 90%, you're going to do okay. At an ATM strategy, you're risking $55 to make $45. Now, what is this? Well, see, this is a true 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio, where this is more like a 1.2-to-1. Okay. And why is this so important? Well, if I lose one trade here, I have to make up 3. If I lose one trade here, I have to make up 2. Now, I have to make up 3 to break even. To break even is 3 trades. To make money, I need to do 4 trades to make money, okay, to be in profit. Here, I just need to do 2 to be in profit. One, if I lose one and I win one, I'm about $13 or not. Yeah, about $13 with fees, okay? Because you got to kind of chuck in the fees there. All right. So the concept is, how can I trade more at this level? Oh, by the way, an OTM, you should be risking about $25 to make $75 in an OTM. And if you're not doing this level, don't even bother trading OTMs. But you only need a 25 to 26% success ratio to be successful and profitable. Okay. So when we trade at this OTM level, we're trading our so there's 2 different types of ATM. There's an ATM price strategy, okay, where we're trading $45 profit at any time. That's what we're looking for. That's our margin. That's where we want to be. That's our risk to reward. We never want to do more than that. But now, depending where the price comes out at, where the arrow appears, we can trade what we refer to as a ATM price with a at the open price statement, right? So you have an ATM price with a open at the signal, right? So at this point, it's at the money at the signal. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Let me get into. Let's go over to our handy dandy 1 hour trade. So there's two ways to actually trade our process here. Now, whether or not you'll hear Thor talk later about over, under, and all that kind of good stuff, right? But let's just take an example. Here's one exactly, okay? When this particular arrow came out, let's just zoom in, see if we can zoom in. Where was the price? Well, when the price came out on this arrow, it was right here. Okay, and what number is that? That is 73.47. So we would go to Nadex and we would find something higher, just within a couple pips, higher than 73.47 that had a price of what? $45 on it. If it didn't already have it on it, we would do what? We would create a market order, or we would take a working order out, okay? A limit order, and put a limit order in for $45 profit. Now, if you want to buy, you do $55 in the box, and if you're doing a sell, you do $45. And then we would just, as they say, hope for the best. In some cases, wins, some cases it loses. But we're okay with that. Why? Because we have, as long as we have 62% or more in our strategy, we come out what? Ahead, right? Now, here's the other way to trade this process using an at the money pricing strategy, is that we simply use all of our components of structure like we do trading our ITM and our Dex Atomic system to trade this system, okay? And we do so with the same mentality of 45.55 on the buy sell. So in this particular case, we would come back to a higher point, even maybe something up to here with the support and resistance. But when we do this, we're not going to fill as many trades, but we're definitely not going to lose as many. We may not win as many, but we may not lose as many. And it protects us more from that proverbial pullback, okay? Like something like this. Now, this is where the pair ended, and it clearly won. Right now, it was pretty far off into the future here, or down into the profit of it, but it seemed to work out very well. Here, we would have been able to push out to our previous lines. Now, if I would have gotten this trade, it would have been here. Now, we would probably end up losing this trade possibly, okay? Even at an ITM. Even if I went like that, we would have still lost, right? But that's okay, because here, we would have pulled back and got 45 and won. Here, we wouldn't have probably gotten into a trade. Here, we would have gotten in and won instead of losing that particular trade. Same thing here. We could have pulled back to this area, filled our 45, and got filled. Same thing here. So the ITM strategy of where to take your statement price with an ATM pricing model strategy is very lucrative as well. Some are using it in that fashion. This is what we're doing with our TNT system from our signals. We're taking our 1 hour TNT signal here, and we're simply, this is all we're doing with the ZDON, is that we're simply using a TNT strategy of pricing at the money strategy when this price comes out. So at 23.74, I'm putting down a $45 working order on the closest statement to that price. And that's it. And how is it working? Well, it's working out pretty dang good so far. Let me pull in to show you what this is. David Menning's. Oh, wait, did I switch over? I did switch over, right? This is David Menning's sheet for since he started it. This is back on the 15th of this month of June that he started. And so far, he's made $523.50 in his process. Now, this is in demo. I'm going to be honest with you. This is in demo on the process. And you're probably going to get a little bit bent out of shape if you're like, well, Max, does it work in live? Numbers are different in live. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. July 7th, we were going to be going live with that process on July 7th to start that solution. Go figure. So, but the whole thing I was telling you about in the beginning part of the show was that, about ZDON and what's going to be happening. So we're going to be working on that. So since June 15th, $523, one contract at a time. You can start screaming. He's had a lost day once or twice, but for the most case, it's been pretty dang good. It's been pretty dang good. Two losing days over 2 weeks. So I don't want to hear any complaints. Here's 26, sweeping the day so far, doing pretty well. Nicely done, David Menning. Now, at the same time, he's been trading live. Now, he's trading live with a different ATM strategy. This is the live ATM strategy manual. Okay, so he's trading in here manually each day. Now, he traded yesterday. I don't know if he's going to trade today. He's a lot like me. I don't think he wants to trade on Fridays. I think he stopped himself from trading on Fridays. How much has he done this week so far? Let's get back to the 21st. Here's where the week ends. Here it is right here. His weekly wins, $433 off of 24 trades. He traded a lot less than he traded previously. Probably, maybe about 10 trades less than normal, with a 75% accuracy for the week. That's not too damn bad. Still trading one contract at a time. Pretty soon, I think it's going to be coming here pretty soon. In another week of profit like this, in manual, he's going to be able to go up one contract, which is going to double that amount for him. So have a look at this. This is reality setting in for all of you. No matter if the Zidon bot works or not, screw the Zidon bot. Get in there and do it manual. Get into trade. Why is it so lucrative to trade? Because listen, you guys think I'm busy? Thor, am I busy?
You're busier than a one-armed paper hanger.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Usually refers to somebody who's keep doing the same work job over and over again, but okay. All right, so here we go. Me and my one-armed paper hanger. Here's my tiny little contribution to trading live, right? Since the beginning of the month, I'll do a monthly update on June 30th, of course, starting 6:15. I haven't, oops, wrong one. I apologize. This is my Zidon bot that I started on the 15th. Started on the 15th, so 2 weeks, the same time that David had started his here. He's 523 and I'm 657. Why? Because he's using filters and I'm not. He's using a couple filters, a news filter, and a few things that probably filtered out some trades for him, wins and losses. And for me, I have not used any filters at all so far. That means performance filters or anything. My success ratio is off a little bit because I have not filtered out the stuff that I did this morning. And if you want to, you can painstakingly sit here and watch me do this as I quickly put it together. Just give me 1 second here. That's a couple wins. I haven't even seen the data here on what is won, what is lost from this solution just yet, even from yesterday. But it's looking pretty yummy here, actually. I'll be honest with you. There's one loss. Go figure. Chuck that one out. It's like finding a $20 bill in a stack of hundreds. And again, I hold no power over the losses. I don't go back and say, oh, if I would have filtered here or filtered there, I really don't care. I'm glad they've lost because it shows that our system's real. We had a couple hits yesterday. Boom, 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 there, and there, and there. Okay. So not bad. 66.67% success, $657. That's a lot of sixes and fives and sevens there. It's pretty cool. But that's basically what the whole thing was this week. Let's see what the week was here. Back to the 21st. Come on, Max. There it is right there. $294.50 for the week with the Zidon. Trading one contract at a time. Okay. So that's not too bad. I think that 296 to my 294. I think David and I have we're off by $2 or $1.50 or something like that, right? Only because I think it just worked out that way. Very coincidental. It's pretty cool though. But seeing how close it is to that reality is huge for me. Me personally, trading live money, physical money, live money. Here's my total so far since I started for the month, starting on June 7th, $1,309 for the month so far, trading one contract. Why did I do this? I was trading $4,000 to $5,000 easy each month, doing my signal system and doing ITMs. But you know what? I stressed like nobody's business. I mean, I got to tell you, there was 1 month where I traded for like 2 weeks out of the month, and I was done. I was like, I can't take any more stress. I'm losing 3 or 4. I got to get back in. Yes, even with my own system, there is still stress in there. There's no stress-free trading system out there. This is the closest I've ever gotten to stress-free, because I've gotten my mentality down to just setting the trades and just going and coming back and doing it in a particular fashion. And the beauty part about this part of the process is that I now only have, I don't trade as much as I used to. Here's my week, $335. Not very much. Come on, for the week, $335, but I traded on the 21st and late at night, traded on the 22nd, got some on the 23rd, really skipped. I'm not even trading today. So I'm really only trading like 4.5 days. And in this week, I've only traded like 3.5 days. 72% success rate, sitting at about $100 a day, a little less than $100 a day with one contract. Now, next week, I'm going to be increasing this to 2 contracts because I have the availability, only because I've incrementally crawled enough, right? My mental capacity is fine. I'm going to be trading 2 contracts next week, and you'll see that in our process. All right. Chris Gagne is a partner, senior partner of this company, and we're going to show some of his stuff. For him, he's starting in the process for demo, getting into the various different structures of 45. He started on the 18th. He's made $629, but he's still in demo, getting a few things figured out as this new ATM. He's practicing his incremental crawl, working the 1 hour and 2 hour Zedons are in here. So this is Chris's very eclectic journal, as he likes to say. He's not a trader, right? He owns part of a trading company, but he's not a trader. But he's in doing his best and doing what he can. And this is something that I really enjoy seeing from his point of view, because it tells me that he has a lot going on and he's just trying to keep house, right? And that's good. This is where a lot of you may sit at that point, but you're going to have to get more organized here to structure your plan even better. All right. I'm not as structured as David Menning is, and David Menning is not probably as like Tim O'Neill is, a few other names in this company that are doing a lot of good work and seeing a lot of great results. All right, Thor, I think I will stop my share. And if you could open up yours and show us what you got going on.
All right. If I can do this, I always mess it up. Let's see here. Start share. Please try again. Okay. Screen 1. Share. Huh. Okay. I can never do this right the first time. Screen 1. Share. Share failed.
Oh no.
Let me try it again. Let me close it and try it again. Screen share. Okay. Screen 1. Share. Error code. I'm getting an error code. Dang. I don't know what's going on.
Huh. I don't know if it's because we're sharing on YouTube or I don't want to stop the live stream there, but
right. No.
Do you have it in a Google Doc or is it a?
No, I'd have to transfer it over. I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Let me try this one more time. Do you have it allowed for me? Do you have allowed me to share turned on?
Let me check here. I'm going to.
This is live, folks.
Okay. Make a co-host. Let's see if that works. Yeah. So you're now set as a co-host. See if you can do it now.
Failed to start. No, I'm still getting an error code. I don't know what the deal is.
Right.
Well, gosh, I apologize.
Don't worry. It's all good. These things happen. You know, there's not allow participants to share screen. Yeah, it's all in there.
I don't know. What's the deal? I've never had that problem before.
That's all good. Do you have availability to screenshot something?
Yeah. it's kind of big, so it wouldn't be much of a screenshot.
Sorry. So, well, then just tell us how much did you do this week?
Yeah. Well, for trading, as I said, um, the traditional atomic over under system, which means you're just following the arrows. You're buying when the arrow is above the 50 period moving average, and selling when it's below the 50 period moving average on a red arrow.
Right.
And I took a total of 20 trades this week, starting Monday through one trade today. I won 20 and lost 2. So,
so you took 22 trades.
22 trades, right?
Right. So you did 20 and you lost 2.
My total.
You're such a failure.
I know. My total for the week is $194.25, including commissions.
Is that one contract at a time?
That is, I do 2 contracts at a time.
2 contracts. Okay.
So divide that by 2 to do it per contract. So it would be about $100 for the week trading one contract.
Right. Now, again, you're utilizing an ITM strategy, and in that strategy for the price, you're risking how much? Usually $20, $30, $20, $25.
Yeah, $25 to $30. Sometimes a little less if it. I noticed that if the market is really starting to move, I like to get in.
Right.
If you see it moving, I will forego the working order and just jump in at a market.
Just do a market order.
Rather than stand on the platform and watch the train pull out,
right.
I'll get in.
Well, you've been in that mentality since I've known you, because you were a 20-minute trader for a long time when Nadex had those pretty flying. And there's good and bad news with that, everybody. I mean, you get you got a high rate of success, a high rate. You kind of see that, right? This is 90%, right? It's easy to figure out 90% success. So, or a little bit more than 90, 92. So in Thor's case, he has sometimes that he might get a $20 trade in profit, and then some that are, maybe a little bit more. But if he takes a loss at that lower level, it takes him a little back to recuperate. Right. So, but this is a very strong, high success rate strategy that works very well for most. Right now, at this level, he trades 4 contracts if he wants to make, twice this money each week. Now, remember, this is just for the week. It may not seem like a lot of money, but there's not really a lot of risk and a lot of hurt that's going to happen with this either. Right. So, in most cases, like with our like with my system here for trading live, I'm not really risking a lot at the moment. Okay. $335 is not very much. And I really didn't put a lot of time into this. I didn't have a lot of time to put into it, but this $335 is definitely worth it. You time just by 4 with my previous so far. I made more last week than I made this week, of course, because I put more time in. And the previous week from before that, I made more. Okay. I don't know why this didn't filter out for the 19th. Do apologize. I should have probably did that. But it was still a lot more than what I made this week, because I didn't have the time, and plus I'm not trading today. Now, in most people's cases, you're going to want to kind of figure out the time and what you're going to do. So if you like the results that you see, and you're really on board with like how everything is working out, the simplicity of the system is probably, I've never seen anything simpler. I mean, I've seen a lot more complicated.
I think I just figured out what I was doing wrong on the screen share. I don't know if you want to move on or not, but
okay, let me stop my screen share. Go ahead.
And let's try this again. Share. Oh, dang, still doing failure.
Okay.
That's
right.
I'm a loser today.
You're a loser.
I don't know what's going on. Screen share.
Lost 2 trades for the week. You loser. It's all good, man. Oh. It's all good. Well, you'll do a video later, and
yeah, I will put up a video as soon as we get off here. So
yeah, absolutely.
I apologize.
No worries.
I don't know what the deal is here. I know I've got it set up right. And it just won't. You just
I think it might be from our side. We'll test it once we get off of YouTube Live.
Yeah, it may be YouTube. I don't know. Anyway, all right, go ahead.
All right. So let me go over just real quickly what we're going to be doing for the rest of the time here. Today we're going to be I'm going to talk real quickly on the den and the green room and what we're going to be doing. We talked a little bit about yesterday about this, but you guys got to really get this nailed down and get on board. Okay. If you're a free member, we're going to really express through this. If you're a free member right now, the only position you can go into, there's two of them. You can go into the den, right? And this is a $2,400 hit. I'm telling you, it's worth every penny, but you also have payments and all that stuff. Okay. So there's like a $100 payment that you could do a month, or a $200 payment a month if you want to get rid of it faster. We'll even give you a discount if you pay it off right away, or if you just want to do this, we'll give you another couple bucks off as soon as you come in. We'll talk to you. We'll see that this is what you want to do. We'll take it off the back end of this solution for you. So you can come into the den. Now, don't be scared off by this, because let me tell you, this amount, how many payments you're really going to be making on the thing? Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot coming for you. If you come in and you get into the den, we're going to walk you through where Thor and I and David Menning and everybody else is at. We're going to walk you into that process every day. Okay. We're going to be with you every day doing, because while we're trading and doing, we're going to be in the same room as you, trading and making things happen. We're not going to give you trades. You're going to go figure your own trades out, but we're going to help you walk through that process manually. If we have the ZDON up and we're working the ZDON out, we're going to help you set it up and get all your stuff ready for that. But there's only a limited amount of room in here that I can put people in, right? Because we want to stay focused on getting you to a point of making money. So we have to find out what that is, how much money you need to make, what goals you're going to set, all that kind of good stuff. All right. But getting in and learning the system is going to take you about 2 weeks. And if you're already here, you're probably ahead. If you've been trading the Dex Atomic, you're probably already ahead of the game a little. And if so, then I can really get you in and get you to faster. Like David Menning did 2 weeks, because he's been here a while. 2 weeks, he went from demo to live. I went pretty much within, say, a week and a half, 2 weeks as well, because I wanted to make sure that, the system wasn't just going to be pocketed into a good time of trading, that there was going to be bad times. We traded right through the NFP. So yeah, we have it. So point is that you come in. Now, if you don't want to get into the den and you just don't want to use the Dex Atomic, we have the green room, right? And the green room, just like it states, is sort of the room before the room, right? It's the room that you kind of go into. And if there's any like spots available in the den later on, you'll get first access to those, right? But this costs $47 a month just to get the Dex Atomic, right? And that system, like what Thor uses for free in the system, you're going to be able to use for $47 in there. Okay. Now, if you want to have the Dex Infinity, all the tools, all the other stuff, but you don't want to be in the den because maybe you don't have enough time or whatever excuse you want to throw at it, then there's the Infinity inside for $157. Okay. Still won't be the den. And this is only available until the 7th. We're going to be making these available to the 7th, not the 30th anymore, but to the 7th. We're going to make these available to the 7th of July, after the holiday and all that kind of stuff. We're going to make these available to the 7th of July that you can buy these. Now, if you buy them, you will always have the availability to upgrade to the den. But if you don't get them by the 7th, nobody's going to be able to get them. Okay. We will not let the public buy directly into the den or to the green room for patches of 6 months at a time. We've made a decision that it would be every 6 months. We would assess and open the doors to let a flood of people come in, do their thing, lots in the green room, and then into the den, only have a certain spots. And any spots that aren't filled, first come, first serve, you'll get first right of refusal from this point to be into the den, where we walk you into making live money. It sounds very exciting, doesn't it? If you don't have the money to get in, you don't have the money to trade, then there's no real reason to be into trading. There's no free system out there that you could just go get and make money with. No passive, free passive, don't put any time or money in systems out there. There's nothing. Okay. Now, some other rules. If you're a member already and you're a paying member, you're going to get access to the den if you want it. Okay. And anything that you've paid up to this point will go to paying off this. You'll keep your membership fee on. It'll dwindle down this number. And once you reach that number, we'll turn off your membership. Your membership fee will then be paid for in full. and then we'll go on from there. If you're in the green room, if you're a member right now and you're paying, you'll be automatically put into the green room and stay there too as long as you want. Okay, you can leave, but be careful. If you leave, you can't come back in again until the 6 months. So I know it sounds weird, right? But it's the rules that we're going to make because we need to follow a set of standard rules like we do in trading. Now, if you're a co-founder, founder, member, all that kind of stuff, right? The lifetime member, if you already paid a lifetime membership to be here, I'm not going to charge you this. Okay. You're going to just you'll have access to be able to come into the den, but you got to do it before July 7th. If you don't do it before July 7th, you're just going to be placed right into the green room. And then it's when we have space in the den, we'll make a space of, if we get somebody who, because here's where we have space, right? When we have rules for the live, once you go live, right? There's 4 levels. There's level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4 inside the den. The level 5 service fee is $50, and the level 4 service fee is, or level 1 service fee is $50, and level 4 service fee is $500. And what this is that you get charged this per month as you go to those different levels of live. Now, what constitutes a different level is the amount of profit you're making per month that we're able to get you to and start making. And it's not deemed off of, excuse me. It's not deemed on how much money you're making. Basically, it's your consistent value of what you're on. So as we get you further into it, as you start learning more and more and more, if you make $5,000 or $10,000 from this level, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if you make $30,000, it's still just 500. You see? So this is a stepping stone to get to here to $500 a month for us for service, because that's what's going to help keep the servers and everything else on, since you're not paying any membership fees, recurring fees. Okay. Now, as we get somebody to level 4, we put them to the side, we put them into a special room, right? That's that level 4 room. And we have a team that works with them. They're there for them at any time if there's any problems or any issues or anything like that. So very powerful little system. Once that member moves to level 4, we can bring somebody in at level 0, which would be anybody from the green room. So we'll have those available, right? Now, we only ever want to have 50 people in this den at a time, but the green room can house as many as we need in there for that process. But they can only come in every 6 months. July 7th, I'll be updating the website to tell everybody it's July 7th. But that's how it works. Now, if you're a lifetime member, if you're a co-founder and all that kind of stuff, I know you're probably saying, Max, you said I wouldn't have to pay any more money for anything else. But listen, if you're making the kind of money that we're talking about, I don't think you'll have a problem paying that $500. If you do, then don't go into the den. Just don't. Just stay in here, do your own thing over here. It's fine. I won't yell at you. In fact, I'll probably applaud you in here doing it yourself. Good on you. You know, use the tools, use the system, pay your monthly fees, be done, right? Or if you haven't, just stay over here and do it. But, you know, do it yourself. Make it happen. All right. Thor, have I missed anything?
I can't think of anything that you've missed. $47 is a huge deal.
Yeah.
157 gets you the Zedon bot.
All the other signals and the trading view charts. Right. And yeah, what does it get? Let's talk about what it gets. The 47 gets you the Dex Atomic, right? And that's the 1 hour and 2 hour signal system and the strategy and the training and all that stuff, right?
The charts and yeah.
The 157 gets you the signals. It gets you the Dex Atomic. It gets you the Dex Atomic trading view charts. It gets you the Zedon system in here. Okay. It gets you the Dex Atomic ATM system in here. There's a lot. I mean, come on. For $157, there's a lot of stuff in here. Not including our Forex side, all the bots, all the systems, everything that's in there. There's a lot of stuff, right? This is a crazy amount of stuff. And anything else that we make, the green room will have housed in there, right? So when we make the Dex Atomic ATM Zedon, that'll be in there as well, right? All right. I think that should do it. You have anything else you want to throw at them?
Nope. I apologize for not having my act together here to show you screenshots. I will make a video and post it in an hour or two on why you should join us, and just,
Good on you.
simple stuff that you can take advantage of. And of course, this video will be out on YouTube and everywhere.
Yeah. We're going to actually be promoting a lot more here over the next week now. So now that we have a little bit more time, and I do apologize, that's my fault, but also you can blame Nadex a little bit for making us go into the deep end of the pool. Now we're going to have to get very serious because we have a structure that works and we don't want to be stopped. So that's what we're going to do. I hope everybody enjoys their weekend. Starting next week on the 30th, let me pull up the time here. On the 30th, the 29th and the 30th, we have a lot of stuff happening. This week here is going to be a little tough. This is the NFP week, so be very weary. I'm probably only going to do limited trading, maybe not even on Wednesday or Thursday, but there's a lot of stuff happening. Starting on the week of the 7th, when we close out the process, I'm gone from the 3rd to the 7th, over to the 6th. Actually, I'll be back on the 7th. I'm actually telling the world I'm actually taking a vacation, a small vacation. Go figure. I don't know what's going to happen now. I think I'm just going to shake the snow globe really, really hard and wish. That's about it. All right. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. Prepare yourself for what is about to come. If you're unsure what to do, reach out to us. Call us. There's consults. There's a whole bunch of things. There's the phone number on the website. Call us and ask us. If you need a deal, if you need something, and you want in the den, you really want in, you can't stand it, let's work something out, okay? Because what I want in the den are people that are going to do it, that are just not have any excuses. So don't come in there with a bunch of excuses like my dog ate my shoes or something like that, right? Come in with the want and will to make, not just make money, but do the work to make money. Everybody wants to make money, but not everybody wants to take the time to earn it and learn it and make it happen, right? Learn it to earn it. That's what it's going to take. Thor, thanks a lot for hanging out with me, man.
No problem. Glad to.
Glad you got back here from your dentist appointment.
No,
Didn't want to do this alone. I didn't want to do it alone, man. I'm tired of being alone. All right. You guys have a great day. I'm Max Farrell. This is DexFXMarkets.com. And as always, trade well.